Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you have absolutely wonderful day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create personalized teapot shaped card. If you like it, I really hope you'll feel inspired and craft something beautiful today. For my project, I'm going to use Vintage Ladies and Gents collection from Relatively Thoughtful. This collection has so many amazing design papers and also elements to fussy cut, which I'm going to show you here. If you're interested in this collection, I'll leave the link in the description down below. And if you get a digital collection, it means you can print it as many times as you want. So if you like one of the design papers, like in this case, I really like those greens here, I'm going to print them more times. It has lots of beautiful flowers, postcards, but also elements to fussy cut, and these will be perfect for masculine cards and lots of vintage cards as well. So if you like that style, this collection is for you. And in the description down below, I also left the links to Relatively Thoughtful YouTube channel, Instagram craft world page, but also Facebook group called RT Create Make and Share. So if you have any of the Relatively Thoughtful design papers, you can share your makes there, and I do encourage you to join this group because you can see so many beautiful projects. Now I'm going to use cutting die from Crafter's Companion called Time for Tea, and I'm going to use my shaped element here to die cut it twice from 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. And when these are ready, then I need to choose one of the design papers to embellish the front of a card. And as you saw in this collection, it has so many beautiful green design papers. So I decided to use that light green here. I absolutely love it, and I thought that would be perfect for someone who loves tea. I'm going to use my low tack tape just to make sure the die doesn't move when I put it through a die cutting machine. And when this is ready, as you can see, it looks so gorgeous, right? I wonder, do you like tea? If you do have your favorite, please let me know in the comments down below. To embellish the card, I'm going to use one of the Doilies cutting dies I got from the works many months ago, and I'm going to use white multi-purpose card, and I think it gives me that very nice contrast. What do you think about green and white together? Please let me know in the comments down below. Just to embellish it even more, I decided to use one of the design papers from Vintage Ladies and Gents, and I'm going to use another cutting die from Crafter's Companion to create a smaller element. And I think that will give me even more contrast to the whole project. So, again, I'm going to use my low tack tape just to make sure the die doesn't move through a die cutting machine. So the elements are ready. Now it is time to personalize our project. First, I'm going to use beautiful free gift from Craft's Beautiful magazine, April issue. And the magazine has lots of amazing projects to try, but the stamp set collection, when I saw it at Tesco, I thought I need it in my life. It has 3 different size fonts, and as you can see, there are just so many sentiments, and I thought that would be perfect for so many different occasions. So for this one, I decided to use Happy Birthday because it is a birthday card in the end. But if you want a smaller font, as you can see, it is at the bottom here. So I'm going to use my black ink from Noir, which is waterproof. It always gives me that nice crisp image. I really like it. But whenever you stamp any sentiments, I do encourage you to use a stamp cushion. And always start with the longest word first, because then you'll make sure that you've got enough space for every single element. Now it is time to personalize this card even further, so I'm going to use one of my favorite cutting dies from Tattered Elegant Alphabet, and I use gold mirror card to cut the name of the recipient, which in this case is Luke. I'm going to use my one and only Liquid Glue, Magic Glue, to put those letters on my card. And whenever you have any excess of the glue, you can put it on your hand. And that will be perfectly fine, because this glue, it goes away with water. So you can easily just use cold water and that will be fine. So when these elements are ready, I thought I really like it so far. But I would also like to add some dimension to the whole project. So first, I'm going to attach our focal element to the white doily I created, and I'm going to put them together. And to add more dimension, I'm going to use some double-sided foam adhesive from my stash. And whenever you do it, you can always put some liquid glue first, then foam adhesive and a few drops of liquid glue again. And if you struggle with the backing of double-sided foam adhesive, I do encourage you to use your pokey tool. If you're interested in any of the products I use in today's video, I left the names in the description down below, so yes, you can check them out. And some of them are affiliate links, so if you want to get something from Crafters Companion website, I left that link as well. So it is time to put those elements together, and I have to attach that green teapot at the front of a card. So what do you think about that green teapot? Do you like it? Do you think it's a good idea for someone who likes tea? I'm really curious about your thoughts, so please let me know in the comments down below. Now it is time to put the front and the back of the cards together. So I've got my scoring board from Crafters Companion, and I'm going to create a top flap. So it's time to fold, burnish, and if you do have some excess, like I do here, I need to use my scissors to get rid of them. And this way, your card will be professionally finished. So, what do you think about teapot shaped card? Have you ever created a card or project for someone who loves tea? I'm really curious, so please let me know in the comments down below. And now it is time to put the front and the back of the card together using liquid glue. I do wonder, how do you attach the back and the front of your cards together? What's your favorite tip? When this is ready, I thought let's add some dimension. From my stash, I chose some foam flowers I created long time ago. So I thought that would be the best idea for someone who loves tea but also loves flowers. I'm also going to use some cutting dies from Crafters Companion and die cut the leaves using foam flower as well. When this is ready, as you can see, it will be time to put them on a card, and I'm going to use my hot glue. If you want to add more interest to your flowers and leaves, I do encourage you to use some inks. In this case, I use some Distress Oxide inks. I really like the color variation you get, and it is more organic. That's what I really like about making flowers and leaves. If you struggle to put those elements together, I do encourage you to hold a pokey tool, because this way you won't burn your fingers and you will make sure that all the elements are exactly where you want them. What do you think about the color palette I've got so far with green, white and purple? Do you like it? Please let me know in the comments down below. So as you can see here, I've got lots of dimensions, so this card cannot go in the envelope. And when these flowers and leaves are ready, it is time to add a little bit of sparkle. And if you know me, you know how much I love gems. So I couldn't resist and I had to add some light green gems on that teapot. So the card is complete. What do you think about this? There is plenty of space to write your message inside, and the card stands proudly on a flat surface. Now it is time to create a box. Whenever you create any box for your card, I do encourage you to measure it first, and then you have to decide how deep your box is going to be. I decided to have 2 centimeters depth on my box, so I need to add those 2 centimeters on all the sides. So in the end, whatever you've got measurement for your card, I'm going to add 4 centimeters, and then I'm going to start with the box base, and I'm going to score 2 centimeters on each side. And when this is ready, I'm going to do exactly the same with the box lid. First, it is time to check if the card actually fits, and now I'm going to create a card lid. Actually, box lid. And as you can see, I'm using the different side on that scoring board. If you don't have any scoring board, I do recommend you get this one. It is one of my favorites and I use it every single day. Just to make sure you can open the box very easily, you can always use your circle hole punch. It is time to fold and burnish all those core lines, and I'm going to use my bone folder. But you can also use your scoring tool, and that will be perfectly fine. When these elements are ready, then it is time to adhere all the sides. But before you do that, you have to create some notches. And whenever I create any box, I like to use my liquid glue, because this way I'll make sure that the box will last forever. And that that's exactly what we want with personalized cards, right? If you want, you can also create an aperture in the lid of a box, and that will be perfectly fine. However, to be honest, I didn't really have that much time to create this project, so I thought let's just leave it simple here. And if you want, you can also use a ribbon to wrap the box together, and that will be so beautiful and gorgeous. I wonder, how often do you create matching boxes for your cards? And if you do that, how do you do it? Do you use your scoring board, or do you get already made templates for the boxes? Please let me know in the comments down below. You can also use some small pegs to hold all those flaps here, and that will help you a lot. So when these elements are ready, I'm going to leave it for about 2 minutes just to make sure the glue is set properly before I put the card inside. And I do encourage you, whenever you use liquid glue, just make sure the glue is set before you move on to the next step. And when this is ready, it's literally finished. So this project altogether took me about 35 minutes to die cut all those elements and create a box. So the card fits in the box and it is completed. What do you think about this project? Please let me know in the comments down below. Also, have you ever created anything for someone who loves tea? If you haven't seen my shadow box with flowers for a girl, please check the link here. Also, here is another video I want you to check. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Happy crafting!